The best defense against disinformation. Well, I got a PM the other day from somebody, and I'm sorry, I forgot who your name was. But basically, he or she asked me, a simple but very important question. The person was like, well, there's so much of this info out there, and, with COINTELPRO, and even though whatever they say, COINTELPRO was disbanded, if they do say it, then, even though we all know that's not true and they're still out there. The fact is, there's two things, okay, that you got to watch out for. Number one, when people mistakenly spread disinfo. There's a lot of, remember, people are human, just like me and just like everyone else. And sometimes we get tricked by disinfo and we may spread it out there. Or number two, people that are employed by the system to spread disinfo, to separate us, to keep us infighting, or whatever you want to call it. Now, this is not a video saying who I think is a disinfo agent or not. No. This is what I think is the best way to do it. Number one, and number two, always use your critical thinking and always use your intellectual self-defense all the time. Basically what that means is, never get comfortable with anyone, and that's including me. And like I said, I always say do your own research and confirm what I'm saying. And, just like what William Cooper said a while back, don't believe anything till you could prove it to yourself with your own eyes and convince yourself in your own head that what the person or what you're reading or whatever you see is true. And you have to do that all the time, because whether a person is a disinfo agent or not, whether they're just honestly making a mistake, and people do that, and sometimes it goes past their head, and that's where you could use your critical thinking and intellectual self-defense to, call them out. Not in a bad way, but let them know that they made a mistake, and it's going to help them out. Because best believe if I make a mistake and I don't catch it, best believe I want someone that I'm friends with or watches my videos to correct me on it, so I can go back and say, well, I made a mistake here, my bad, because I learned something from that too. Instead of believing the disinfo or the wrong or the mistake that I put out, I, now know what the truth is. So please believe that not everyone that spreads disinfo or makes a mistake is a disinfo agent trying to turn everyone against each other or something. Honest to God, people are human and we all make mistakes. But there are people out there whose job it is to do that. So like I said, that's your best defense. Do it all the time. Do it every video, and never get comfortable with it doesn't matter if you're you've been watching them a long time or you're friendly with them. It doesn't make it a bad thing to always double check what everyone's saying all the time, because yes, it's tedious. Yes, a lot of this info is a lot of reading and all that stuff, but hey, that's the way info is sometimes. It all can't be presented to you in a video or something flashy. It's going to be a lot of documents that you're going to have to read. But that is the best defense, and you have to practice it, and you have to use it 100% at a time. Because that's the only way nothing ever is going to fly past your head. And that's what I try to do, no matter what. Whenever I watch somebody's video, I go back on the information and check, or if they provide a link, I check it to see if I, believe that in my own head, that I could convince myself that what they're saying is true, all the time, And please believe that's not being paranoid to anybody, that's not insulting anybody, that's just the way that you can help people and catch this info. Help people if they're not, paid or whatever to spread this information. If that can help them if they make a mistake, like I said, or if a person's just trying to bullshit and keep you going in 16 different ways, then you're helping yourself too. So hope you all enjoyed the video, and thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more.